morning, everybody, and welcome back to episode 3 of Keeping Up with Keppel. My name is Kylie Lam.
And I'm Michelle Sway.
And we're your hosts for today's episode.
Let's get right into this week's school announcements. There are upcoming virtual college visits that you can sign up for through the College Career Center. You can sign up in the College Career Center Google Classroom. For more information and updates, make sure you're following the College Career Center on Instagram at MKHS College Career Center.
The upcoming virtual visit for EHL, or the Swiss Hospitality Management School, is on September 8th at 1:30 p.m. For Mills College, it is on September 9th at 2:30 p.m. For Reed College, it is on September 10th at 2 p.m. And for Pepperdine University, it is on September 11th at 1:30 p.m.
This year's theme for the National PTA Annual Reflections Contest is called I Matter Because. All Keppel students are encouraged to participate and submit their completed works of art in one or all of the available art categories. These categories include dance choreography, film production, literature, music composition, photography, and visual arts.
Get a head start and begin working on your entry. The rules can be found at capta.org/resource/participant-forms. The deadline for turning in your work to the MKHS PTSA will be determined by the PTSA's August or September meeting. The entry form that needs to be submitted with each work will be emailed when it becomes available. And that concludes our school announcements for this week, and now on to Marcelo with his dad joke of the week.
What's up, guys? Another episode of Marcelo's Dad Jokes. Alright, this one's a good one this week. Alright. What type of food is good for your feet? Sushi. Okay. Sushi. Okay. Sushi. Okay. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have a great week and do good in school. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Marcelo. Now, on to the sports segment for this week.
Hi, I'm Kendall.
I'm Austin, and welcome to ASBN. As you may have heard, the NBA playoffs have begun. 8 teams from the East and the West are battling for the championship. Today, we're going to predict who will advance to the second round.
So I will be competing against Austin to see whose bracket is more accurate. And by the way, we are filming this before the first round has ended, so we don't know what the results are.
So in the West, we have the 1st seed Los Angeles Lakers versus the 8th seed Portland Trail Blazers. The 2nd seed Los Angeles Clippers going up against the 7th seed Dallas Mavericks. 3rd seed Denver Nuggets versus the 6th seed Utah Jazz. And finally, the 4th seed Houston Rockets versus the 5th seed OKC Thunder. So Kendall, what are your predictions?
I'm gonna say the teams moving on are Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, and Rockets.
For me, I think the teams advancing to the second round will be the Lakers, the Mavs, Denver, and Houston. So I guess we have the same results except for Clippers versus the Mavs. Now let's take a look at the East.
We have the 1st seed Milwaukee Bucks versus the 8th seed Orlando Magic. Next, we have the 2nd seed Toronto Raptors going up against the 7th seed Brooklyn Nets. We have the 3rd seed Boston Celtics versus the 6th seed Philadelphia 76ers. And finally, we have the 4th seed Indiana Pacers going up against the 5th seed Miami Heat.
My predictions for the East will be Milwaukee, Toronto, Boston Celtics, and Miami. What are your predictions, Kendall?
Alright, so I have the same predictions as you, but just to change it up, I'll say 76ers instead of Celtics.
Well, there you guys have it, our predictions for the second round of the NBA 2020 playoff.
And don't forget to tune in next week
on ASPN.
Let's see what Nathan's up to in his weather segment next.
Oh, hey, welcome to the weather segment for this ASB show. Right now, the weather is mighty fine. As you can see, we are in the middle of Tokyo. It's pretty windy. And that's it. Enjoy yourself.
Thanks, Nathan. And now we have some really important news that we'd like to share with you guys.
Okay, so for this week's special announcements, let's learn about Back to School Night. Back to School Night will take place on the evening of Thursday, September 3rd. Your parents are going to receive Zoom links from your teachers for each class, and they will attend the Zoom meetings in order, one after the other. Your teachers are going to give a short introduction about the class and should only take about 10 minutes. Keep updated with the MKHS ASB Instagram account for more upcoming details. Moving on, we have our class battle up next. Let's see what each grade can bring to the table.
Hi and welcome to Class Battles. For our first competition, we are going to be hosting a class bake-off with cupcakes. First, we're going to be posting a question box where you guys from each class will be suggesting what flavored cupcakes, frosting, and decorations you guys would like to make.
Next, the top responses will be chosen and you guys will vote on your favorite combination.
The option with the most votes will be what we have to bake for this battle, so keep an eye out when it's posted.
Finally, all admins and students will be welcome to vote on the Google Doc in our class Instagram bios.
Let the competition begin.
Now let's move on to the well-known weekly segment, Humans of Keppel.
Welcome back to Humans of Keppel. I'm your host Quinn,
And I'm your host, Kelly.
and for today's guest we have Mr. Hill.
So thank you for joining us today here on Humans of Keppel. And so to start off, can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself, like what you teach and some of your hobbies that you have?
I teach English, and what I'm teaching right now, I'm doing AP Lang and SCI 5-6. And so my hobbies, because I do have a life outside of teaching. My hobbies are running when it's not like smoky outside, because I'm in a place right now where it's like I'm getting choked by the smoke because California's on fire. I love Pilates, which is like core workout, yoga, and then golf. Golfing is like my passion. I've been golfing since I was like 10 years old, and I just love the fresh air, and I get into like this flow when I'm on the golf course. So, life is really stressful right now for a lot of people, and golf really helps out with that stress for me. And cooking, I love cooking too. Trying new recipes, failing. I fail most of the time. Most of the stuff I make is not good, but I keep trying until I get it right. And I love that process of trial and error, because if something's too easy, I think, in life, it's not really worth doing because you don't get that sense of accomplishment. So I love cooking too.
Wow, that was so many life lessons in all your hobbies. Actually, I heard that you recently went camping. Could you tell the audience a little bit about your experience?
Yeah, it was great. It's tough to find things in life to do right now that are social and safe, because we're all sort of just locked indoors. And so I went camping in the mountains at a place called Lake Almanor. So it's a place in Northern California where I've been going with my family for years and years and years. And for years I've been wanting to hike this mountain called Brokoff. It's in Lassen National Park, and it's about 9,000 feet in the air. And I finally got the chance when I was camping up there, and I did it, and I had to stop like 1,000 times to catch my breath because the altitude was just so intense. But luckily no bears up there. But it was a great time. Again, I wasn't checking my phone. I wasn't checking, Twitter or whatever, for like a week. And so it was great to just get away from all of that. It's really great. It's really great.
So it was sort of like a distraction from the rest of the world.
I was sort of in my own universe almost, sort of, out there. One thing though, one mistake I made. So if you're going camping, bring warm socks, because I didn't bring warm socks the first night, and it felt like I was getting like frostbite on my feet. It was awful. It was terrible. So I had to go buy wool socks.
Okay, so moving on, I also heard that you made good mac and cheese. Could you tell us how you do it?
Like everyone's got like big concerns in life right now, and my biggest concern is coronavirus, number one. Number two, boring mac and cheese. I hate boring mac and cheese. You have the box, and it's the same every time, and it's totally bland. So I'm going to show you guys a really, really simple way to spice up your mac and cheese. Literally, it's gonna spice it up. So you're going to follow all the directions on the box like you normally would. You add the powdered cheese, you add the butter, you add the milk, a little bit of splash of milk. But what you're going to add is a ton of black pepper. You're gonna grate more than you think you need. And then, this is my secret, you get like a light dusting of cayenne pepper over the mac and cheese. And that's gonna give it a kick, like a really nice heat that's consistent through every bite. And again, your taste buds are gonna be screaming in thanks at you, because this is just gonna be totally new and totally unique. And you're gonna impress the people you know, because they're not gonna know how to do this, and you're gonna really blow them away. And then the last thing is adding extra cheese. I know, you can never get enough cheese in life. So add like a good handful of cheese that's different than the cheddar that they give you in the pouch. And so you stir it all up, and then boom, you got fancy mac and cheese.
So why did you become a vegetarian?
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, great question. So, like, people become vegetarians for like a bunch of different reasons. Like, they feel like it's the right thing to do for like animals, for the environment, for their own health even. And I don't really think about stuff that much, so I just kind of did it because I was bored, and I just kind of wanted to see if I could do it, honestly. Like, I wanted to like test myself. Like, could I go a month without eating meat? And then once I got done with a month, I was like, okay, well, I've come this far, and so why don't I just keep going? And so like a month turned into 6 months, turned into a year, turned into 2 years, and so it just kept on going, and I just don't miss eating meat, and I never crave it. The only thing is sometimes when I drive by In-N-Out, I sort of think to myself, like, it'd be really great to have like a double-double animal style or something. But I've done a little bit of research about like how eating meat is really not good for the environment and things like that. So I've gotten a little bit more conscious about the good reasons to become a vegetarian. I wasn't trying to be like righteous or anything like that at the beginning. I was just bored. I also wanted to learn new recipes because I felt like I was eating the same chicken stuff all the time. And so I wanted to sort of branch out and try out some new stuff. So that was honestly, boredom was the biggest reason why.
So why not vegan instead of vegetarian?
Because that's harder, I think. I admire vegan folks. I mean, they've got dedication, got purpose, they've got drive. I mean, they have to be constantly monitoring everything that they eat. And so the next step, and that's a whole nother level of maintenance. And also I feel kind of guilty as it is. Like when I go out, well, when we could go out to restaurants, when I'd go out to restaurants with people, I couldn't go to Korean barbecue after a while. So I didn't want to be that person in the group who was like bringing everybody else down because they don't eat meat or they are vegan or whatever. So that kind of stuff would happen even more, I think, if I was vegan.
So would you recommend this lifestyle to other people?
Yeah. You want a lower fat diet, less cholesterol, and I think if you want more energy also, think about being a vegetarian or just maybe pescatarian, eating fish for protein. But, you know, it's also like I know vegetarians, I know pescatarians that are totally unhealthy. Like all they eat is Cheetos or whatever, you know? So it's like, it's possible to be an unhealthy vegetarian. If people want to make a healthy change and they want to help the environment, like on an individual level, like control what they do, that'll make a huge impact actually on the carbon footprint of the world, then yeah, being a vegetarian is a good idea. But yeah, no pressure. I'm not into shaming people about being a vegetarian. You know, nothing like that.
So is there anything you want to say to the students of Keppel before we go?
So I guess like big picture for the students of Keppel, like nobody really knows what the school year is going to look like. And so just be flexible with your teachers, be patient with your teachers, and be patient with yourselves. You know, Keppel has a really great academic culture, but I feel like sometimes kids put too much pressure on themselves to whatever it is, get straight A's, get into a better school than some other person they have in their mind. And so just sort of take a deep breath and relax and don't get too stressed out about school right now. Really try to think about what you prioritize in life and make that the main thing. And also learn how to cook too. Yeah, learn how to cook because you're gonna have a lot of time on your hands.
Okay, so thank you so much for joining us this episode, Mr. Hill, and we'll see you next time on Humans Keppel.
All right, yeah, thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Now, let's all take a deep breath and welcome our Soul Psychos.
Since Soul Cycle is closed right now, we're going to be showing you the home workouts that our instructors have been doing. Let's go!
What's up, y'all? It's Ella, short for Coachella. You know the vibes. My friends and I are so excited that you're here with us today and can't wait to get you that Coachella bod that you've been wanting. A little about myself is that I graduated from the University of Coachella, where I got my bachelor's in Coachella and I got my master's in commitment. If you know, you know. Now I'm here inspiring all you psychos. So get those rollers and let's go!
What up, fellow psychos? My name is Rat, short for Harold Kringleberry, and we're so psyched for you psychos to join us today. Now, it's crazy to know we have viewers from all around the world, from the US of A to Wyoming. Now, the famous Debbie Ryan once told me, and it's stuck to me ever since because it scared me into working out. Now, join me in this workout, and you can have abs as hard as cardboard. Let's go!
Hi, I'm Noi, as in annoying. My friends gave me that nickname last year and I think it's so sweet. But isn't it weird how they haven't texted me since quarantine? I don't know, whatever. Anyways, at times like these, it's important to stay positive. Coachella, canceled. Concert, canceled. But TikTok, not canceled. Now I can learn how to renegade. Let's go!
What's up, guys? It's Sokatoa here, ready to get you pedaling. Now, who needs Soul Cycle when you got Soul Psycho? Soul Psycho is so much better because not only is it $30 more, but shipping and handling is free. But wait, there's more. If you use my code, HiSisters, with your purchase, you'll receive a free personalized sweatband with my sweat on it. Now show me how much you love these deals and let's go!
Hey, I'm Easy Bake Oven 3000, and today we're lifting tries for the guys and curls for the girls. Now here at Soul Cycle, we don't just lift to get buff like me. We lift because we're all a bit sad inside. Now get your butt off that couch and stop thinking about asking out that one anime character because it won't work. Believe me, I tried. Let's go!
Hi, I'm Phoenix, as in University of. People get rid of stress in many ways. Stress eat, stress sleep, stress binge watch Netflix till 5 in the morning until their parents come in and they have to turn off the lights and go to sleep. Or here at Soul Cycle, we punch bags.
I know times are hard right now, but never
take the soul
out of psychos.
Wow, what a workout. Now let's move on to the DIY portion of the video.
Hi guys, it's Tiffany here, and if you struggle to eat your cereals like I do, then this is the DIY for you.
For this DIY, the supplies you will need are a plastic spoon, a pair of scissors, a plastic fork, and a hot glue gun that everyone has on hand. So the first step is you're going to take your plastic fork and you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut the end of the fork like so. This is the end of your fork. And then you're gonna take your hot glue gun, put some on the end of the fork, and then take your plastic spoon and then glue it to the back. And then now you're gonna put it on the side to harden.
2 hours later.
Now with your spoon-fork hybrid, you can use the fork to pick up your cereal and the spoon part to pick up your milk.
Consider your life hacked.
Is your paper towel not absorbing enough water? Well, all you have to do is follow these next few steps. First, get a cloth towel and then put your paper towel over it. Then tape the paper towel to the cloth towel. Make sure to secure both sides. Then, once the paper towel is secured to the cloth towel, use this towel and now the water will absorb.
Is it ever too sunny for you outside? Here's a quick DIY for you. All you'll need is some tape and a marker. Draw a pair of glasses. Once you do that, smack them on your face and you're good to go.
Is your water not watery enough? Well, there's an easy solution to that. First, take any piece of cardboard. Any piece will do. Then pour water on it. Now there's water on the cardboard. Once you've poured water on the cardboard, make a tiny cup. And now you can just leave it to the side. Then get a piece of a paper towel and pour salt on it. Let the salt sit for at least 24 hours. Moving back to the piece of cardboard, all you need to do is fold it, and once it's folded, you add your glass of water, and now your water is more watery.
I should definitely try some of those in my spare time. Next up, we have our face morphs.
Hey Aztecs, welcome to Face Morph. Today we're gonna get two celebrities, combine their faces, and see if you can figure out who they are. Are you ready? Let's get started. Alright guys, here's the face morph. Can you guess who it is? And the celebrities are Zac Efron and Ariana Grande. Did you get it right? If not, were you surprised by the results? That's all we have for you guys today. See you next time.
And that concludes our segment of Face Morphs, and now we'll be morphing into Alumni Spotlight. Back to you.
Welcome to Alumni Spotlight. Today we'll be interviewing a former Aztec to highlight some of her best memories at Keppel and some great things she's moved on to and achieved. Please welcome my personal role model, Zen Tran.
Hi Zen, so nice to meet you. Can you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name is Zen Tran. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I graduated Keppel in 2017, which means I'm an incoming fourth year at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. I'm currently majoring in liberal arts and engineering studies, which essentially means I'm majoring in both computer science and film.
Awesome. What were some of the things you were involved in during your time at Keppel, and what were some of the highlights of your high school career?
So, like most people at Keppel, I think my first year I joined Key Club, and I was really involved with that for my first year, but from second year on I was involved with the drama department at our school. So I did all the plays, all the musicals. I took like advanced drama, honors theaters. And those were some of my greatest memories. I really liked performing, and it meant a lot to me. So I really enjoyed all the plays we did, especially in my senior year of high school. My last show I did, that was very memorable, and I just really liked hanging out with all my friends backstage during rehearsals. And then besides that, I was also involved with NHS and CSF.
Sounds so fun. As you moved on to college, did you continue these extracurricular activities? What are you involved in now?
Yeah, I actually decided to continue acting during college, so I got involved in this show at our school. It's called Cal Poly OWN, which stands for Original Women's Narrative, and they're basically stories written by Cal Poly identified women, performed by Cal Poly identified women, and it brings light to a lot of social, political issues, and it was very different from any of the shows I've been involved with in high school, so that was very cool. I also take acting classes outside of Cal Poly, so I'm actually training right now with, he was Zac Efron's longtime acting coach, so I've been acting there, just taking classes, and I've also done a lot of short films and stuff at my school. And besides like acting wise, I'm also heavily involved with a cultural club on our campus called Filipino Cultural Exchange. I'm personally not Filipino at all, but I'm actually the president of the club right now, and we do a lot of cool things. A lot of my friends are from there too.
So school can definitely take a toll on the mental health of students. So my question is, what did you personally find the most challenging during your high school and college experience?
I think personally for me, something I found really challenging in high school was, as well as college, is just not knowing how to take care of myself. I think in Keppel especially, we live in this environment where we think academics are our priority. It's like the most important thing. Like whatever we do, we want a good grade, we want a good test, we want to get good scores on like AP tests, like things like that. We want to be first in our class, and that really took a toll on my mental health. I remember even to like finish assignments in class, I would, instead of sleeping like a normal person, I would just stay up all night and take like small naps in between with my friends, or like I would just stay up all night studying and then just catch up on sleep on the weekends. And it just really, and it was all just to do well and like perform well in academics, right? And I think it kind of bled on to college as well, where I was in this mentality where I have to do the best, I have to prove myself, I have to be really good at everything. But I think it just really hurt me mentally, because when I wasn't doing well, like when I was like struggling in school, I really didn't know what to do with myself. I was like, there's definitely something wrong with me. I don't know what to do at this point. Like, am I a failure because I'm not doing well? And something really important, I think, to remember as high school students is you're not defined by how well you do in school. Like, yes, academics is very important, but if you do bad on a test, or if you do bad in a class or something, it doesn't mean like you're a dumb person or like you're a failure in life. It just means you didn't do well on that test, and you'll just work harder next time. Like, don't pressure yourself too much, because I think that's something we all do in high school, and we can definitely just take it easy on ourselves.
I agree completely. Lastly, high school is some of the years that people struggle with the most. There's no better person to ask for advice than someone who has already been through it. So is there any advice you would like to give to any fellow Aztecs watching at home?
I would say my advice is just to remember that high school is not everything. Your life doesn't end here in high school. In fact, it's just the very beginning of your life, and it's kind of what you do from this point on that defines your life. So don't be too hard on yourself if you're not the best in high school, if you're not the best in academics, if you don't have a lot of friends, or if you're like just not who you want to be right now, because you have so much more room for growth post high school. Don't be hard on yourself. Definitely learn to take care of yourself, and learn even in college, like just make sure you take time for yourself and don't be too harsh on yourself. You're gonna find your group of people, you're gonna find what you want to do in life, you're gonna just do what you feel is right, and use college as a time to just grow and learn more about yourself. Everything's gonna be okay.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning into Alumni Spotlight, and thank you, Zen, for joining us today. It was a pleasure meeting you.
I just wanted to say it was a pleasure to meet you all, and I wanted to say thank you to my sister Zena, who allowed me this opportunity to be interviewed and to be talking to you all, and just to give advice and talk about my experience. I just want to wish everyone good luck on their year. Stay healthy and stay safe.
And that wraps up this week's episode. We're your hosts, Michelle Sway
and Kylie Lam. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and thanks for keeping up with Keppel. We'll see you guys next week.